as Megan said earlier, if I know anything, she really loved her grandchildren. She showed all her love for them the most. My mom was always involved with the community and her parish, and despite us being from a small community, she always was involved with activities and functions, and she was always so busy doing that. She shared herself with so many people and always donated her time unselfishly. Through this, she made many lifelong friends. My mom was also a free spirit and loved to travel. Because my dad was such a homebody, she would go on trips with her friends to the mainland, to Central America, to Europe, and back to the Philippines with them or with us, to new places and just to experience new adventures. Another important aspect in her life was to share her love of dancing and music with all of us. My mom sang in the church choir and loved to dance and perform for all kinds of occasions and functions. In fact, when we were young girls, she enrolled us in hula dancing and taught us Filipino dancing. And whether we liked it or not, she volunteered us for festivals and shows. Right? Yes. She was so happy she could pass along her traditions to us and was always proud when people would say, "You have such talented daughters." In fact, there were many times in the most recent years when she would say to me that when I die, I just want you guys to sing and dance at my funeral. So hence, we have the show here, or performance for her for the last time here and in Hawaii. All these wonderful things she loved to do that brought her happiness, she felt was taken away from her when she was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 20 years ago. She really didn't want to share this with anyone, and she really never really embraced the fact that she could move on with this illness. My sisters and I slowly saw her spirit shift, and she became more introverted. When she lost my dad about 9 years ago, she became even more dependent on us as her illness progressed. And although she loved living home in Lanai, it became apparent that we could give her better care here in Los Angeles. Although it's been difficult over the past few years to see her deteriorate slowly, we as a family had a chance to be with her every day and take care of her as best as we could. However, despite the struggles, we also got to spend really quality time with her that we would never have if she wasn't here with us. And for any of you who knew my mom, one of her favorite things was to gamble. So we would periodically take her to different casinos, Pachanga, Las Vegas, Morongo. And we would have to take shifts with her because she would gamble all night and we couldn't keep up with her. We'd have to take her back, sit with her, then Audrey would take her, then Myrna would take her, and we'd go sleep, and then your shift, 2 hours later, we'd take turns. But more than anything, we just like to do the simple everyday things with her. Audrey would take her for walks on the beach or to church. She would go to Keola's volleyball games, watch him play. Myrna and Milton would take her out to dinner at Filipino restaurants here. She would come to the Kings game to watch with me at Staples Center, and she'd attend Gabriel's hockey games and cheer him on. Or we would just simply stay at home and watch her favorite shows, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, or Filipino shows every night. We will just miss those moments with her. This past week has been extremely hard. When my sisters gave me the task to say her eulogy, one of the things I thought I could touch upon was what my mom taught me. You know, being a parent, I want to know what I can impart to my child. And over the past week, in trying to come up with what I want to say that my mom taught me, or what she taught, I struggled with that. Sure, our genetics are given. Of all my sisters, I probably look like my mom the most. And luckily, we all have her skin. She had such beautiful skin. However, my mom wasn't a typical mom. Growing up, she wasn't at home when I got home from school because she worked a lot. She had such an entrepreneurial spirit about her. In my recollection, my dad was the one who got home first and started dinner for us. And as I said earlier, my mom was always busy with community activities. So right after work, she was always donating her time with others. She was so giving and so free-spirited. When she was younger, she was so fearless and taught my sisters and I that we could be anything and do everything. It's funny because all these qualities that I somehow struggled with growing up, because my mom wasn't that typical mom, cleaning the house, cooking for us, and smothering us with affection, is all the traits that make me half the person I am today. I'm an entrepreneur, I am fearless, I am free-spirited, and I love that all about me. I am definitely my mother's daughter.